Figuring out where to start in your career journey is like solving a big jigsaw puzzle. Each little piece may not look like much by itself, but when you start fitting them together, you start to see the bigger picture come together. The puzzle pieces labeled here are some of the experiences or tools available in high school that can help you plan your personal career goals or your bigger picture. During today's Pride activity, we are going to take a deep dive into assessments, sometimes lovingly known as tests, that may be necessary to spend time taking because the feedback the results provide will help guide you in making decisions about your career goals and help you consider all the options you have in deciding which educational opportunities suit you best in preparing for your initial career. In previous lessons, you learned that there are three main options to choose either during or right after high school to prepare you for a career. There are assessments or tests commonly used for each option, but keep in mind you can prepare for more than one option at a time, and if you're undecided, that keeps your options open until you're ready to decide at a later date what your career will be. So let's start with the option to be employed or entering the workforce right after high school graduation. Students can prepare for this option by completing specific pathways and taking the EOP test or end of pathway exams. These are taken once the last or the third class is complete within a pathway. It can lead to a credential, indicating that students are employable with certain skill sets. Some pathways can lead to an industry certificate, such as patient care or cloud computing, and allow the student to be employed in that field. The EOPs are tests that measure what the student knows in that particular career area. The AccuPlacer test is an achievement test that measures a student's knowledge within math, reading, and writing, and is used primarily by colleges to determine what college coursework a student is prepared to take. It's also called a placement test. High school students can take the AccuPlacer at technical colleges to gain admissions into either dual enrollment programs or earning a TCC or technical certificate during high school, and then be ready to go to work right after graduation. It can also be used for admission into tech colleges after graduation, as well as replacing the SAT or ACT test. Students interested in military enlistment after graduation should consider taking the ASVAB during high school. The Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery Test helps reveal career strengths for prospective enlisted soldiers and is a requirement for enlistment. In addition, your scores on the other ASVAB composite tests will determine your career field or your military occupation eligibility. Since enlistment bonuses usually are tied to your choice of occupations, the better your score, the more opportunities you have. It's really not possible, though, to ace the ASVAB, so your goal should be simply to do your best. You can become familiar with the test and prepare for it, and links to the practice test will be shared in a separate slide. The ASVAB will actually be offered free at Jefferson High School on February the 15th, 2023. 10th through 12th grade students can sign up in student services. So even if you're not planning to enlist, this test is still a great aptitude assessment that will give you amazing insight into your career potential. The college enrollment option generally requires admission tests such as the ACT or SAT. Many colleges offering 2-year associate degrees will also accept the AccuPlacer. It is true that many public colleges in Georgia are allowing students to be admitted without ACT or SAT test scores, depending on the student's GPA. But it's still recommended for students pursuing this option to go ahead and take those tests because it may factor in what course placement you're in, or it could impact scholarship criteria. If students choose to pursue dual enrollment core content classes during high school, many college partners will also accept the pre ACT or PSAT. These are preliminary tests that can show students how you might score on the actual ACT or SAT, but it's the PSAT that we're going to focus on next. Students in grades 8 through 11 can take the PSAT, but in Georgia, all 10th grade students take the PSAT free of charge each October. At Jefferson High School, 9th and 11th grade students can pay to take the PSAT in October due to the benefits of providing the AP Potential Report. This shares what AP classes a student should perform well in based on your scores. It's also really great practice and provides information on areas of improvement for the real SAT. The PSAT is also a huge scholarship qualifier and not just for the NMSQT, which is open for juniors only. The National Merit Scholarship Qualifier Test is a very highly competitive opportunity for students that typically score within the top 1 to 3% nationwide. And that's usually hitting around the perfect score on the PSAT, which is about a 1520. However, there are many, many other types of scholarships that students can be eligible for just by taking the PSAT. One of them is specifically just for students in rural areas, which our county qualifies. A separate sheet with these scholarship listings are going to be included in your lesson instructions as well. If you are a current 10th grader, or if you're a ninth or 11th grade student that took the PSAT this past October, you should have received your score report via email on December 6th. This score release email provided you with instructions on how to access your scores. But let's watch a quick video on accessing and understanding your score report. If you're a current ninth grader, you have plenty of time to begin practicing for the PSAT for October 2023. Now that you know about the opportunities for scholarships, this may encourage you to complete some test prep in order to do your best. If you're a current 10th grader, sync your results to Khan Academy to consider preparing to take the PSAT as a junior next fall. And if you are a current junior, use your past results to help determine the best time to take the real SATs and use your Khan Academy results to study. These resources are free to students. The final scholarship opportunity available to students through the College Board is a platform called Big Future. Beginning your sophomore year, you can be eligible for monthly scholarship drawings just by completing college and career planning tasks that you would normally do. Let's check out these quick videos. All of the tests and assessments available to you in high school could seem pretty overwhelming, but I want you to take heart knowing that student services can help you plan which ones are right for your goals. Preparing for tests well in advance is the best method to reducing test anxiety. Get familiar with the format of these tests, the way the questions are set up, and practice as often as you like. Tests are not meant to define you as a person. They are simply a piece of the bigger puzzle that pictures your academic and career success. The links to the information and practice guides will be attached to your Google Class Drive. Thanks, Dragons, and have a great day.